Hello everyone, from this video lecture we are going to discuss about the next topic of the life processes chapter of class 10th, that is the transportation. And from the topic transportation, first of all we will discuss about the transportation in human being. So our new topic is transportation. Transportation, and we will discuss from this video lecture about transportation in human being. As we have discussed in the starting of this chapter, that transportation is the process that is required in multicellular organism. Most of the multicellular organism, complex organism. So human being is also a complex multicellular organism. Hence, it requires a transport system to provide all the raw materials to each and every cell, along with the rapid disposal of the waste material generated after the metabolism from each and every cell. So the transportation in human being, it is take place by the help of two systems. There are two systems of transportation found in human being. The first is the blood vascular system, or it is also known as blood circulatory system. And the second one is the lymphatic system. So in the case of human being, we will discuss about these two system of transportation which involve in the transport of substances. So first of all, let us discuss about the blood circulatory system. We will also discuss about the transportation in plants in this topic, but here we will discuss only about the transportation in human being. So the blood vascular system or blood circulatory system consists of a number of organs. A number of organs together constitute the blood vascular system. So first of all, let us describe the component of blood vascular system. So the components of the blood vascular system involve, the first is the blood, which make the medium of transport. The second is the blood vessel, the pathway. Blood vessels make the pathway of the transportation, while the third is the heart, which make the pump of our body, or pump of the blood vascular system, which allow the pumping of blood to circulate throughout the body. पूरे बॉडी में सर्कुलेट होने के लिए एक पंप की ज़रूरत होती है, and that pump is in the form of heart present in our body. So these are the three main components of the blood vascular system. and we will discuss about these three components one by one. And I hope from this video lecture I will explain you about blood, the medium, as well as the blood vessel which make the pathway of the circulation. Then we will discuss about the heart, about their structure, about their physiology. So let us first describe about the blood. So as in previous class we have discussed about the blood as in the chapter tissue, as the blood is the fluid connective tissue. It is the fluid connective tissue. And blood make about 30 to 35% of total body, and blood is slightly alkaline medium, slightly alkaline with pH 7.4, and blood consists of two main components. Blood consists of two main components. It is blood plasma and blood cells. Blood plasma, and the second one is the blood cells. Here the second is the blood cells, or it is also known as formed element. Blood cells are formed element. So first of all, let us discuss about the blood plasma. So blood plasma makes about 55% of total blood. 55% of blood, it is known as blood plasma. And blood plasma consists of protein, when we talk about the composition of blood plasma, so the composition of blood plasma is the plasma protein, which involve the albumin, fibrinogen, as well as the number of protein, and then the minerals, ions, etc. These are the components of the composition of blood plasma, along with 90 to 92% water. It means rest about 8 to 10% consists of plasma protein, minerals, ions, along with some the nutrients which are absorbed into the blood, found in blood plasma. But 90 to 90% of total plasma is made up of water, or it consists of water. Then the plasma help in, about the plasma, the one thing is given as the serum. So serum is the term, it is given for the plasma without protein. So plasma mostly help in the transportation of nutrient as well as the transportation of the carbon dioxide. So function, if we ask about the function of plasma, but प्लाज्मा के फंक्शन की बात किया जाए तो प्लाज्मा जो है ट्रांसपोर्टेशन करता है, ट्रांसपोर्ट न्यूट्रिएंट एंड CO2, nutrient, CO2 and nitrogenous waste, CO2, nutrient and nitrogenous waste. These are the components that are transported along with the plasma of the blood. So now let us discuss about the next component, that is blood cells or the formed element. So blood cells or formed element make the rest 45%. The remaining 45% of total blood, it is made by the blood cells or formed element. So blood cells or formed element, they can be divided or they can be categorized into three categories. There are three kinds of blood cells are found in our blood, which are erythrocyte, lymphocyte, and thrombocyte. Erythrocyte, leukocytes and thrombocytes, which are also known as, the other name of these term also given, thrombocyte. So erythrocyte is also known as RBCs, or it is also known as red blood corpuscles. RBC or red blood corpuscles. Then leukocyte, or it is also known as WBCs, white blood corpuscles or cells. And thrombocyte is also known as platelets. Thrombocytes or platelets. So these are the three cells or formed element of our blood. So let us first describe about the erythrocyte or RBC. As in previous class we had discussed about these three elements, and here we will also recall them again. So the RBC or erythrocyte, these are biconcave circular cells. The shape of the RBC is biconcave and circular. It means where we draw the structure, we will find this type of structure, and when we observe from the side, अगर हम साइड से ऑब्जर्व करते हैं, so we will see at the middle they are thin and at the margin they are thick. So this is the structure shape of the RBC, biconcave shape, and the amount of RBC is more in blood in comparison to all the three cells. RBC or erythrocyte acquire in large quantity. It is about 5 to 6 million per cubic mm of blood. 5 to 6 million per cubic mm of blood consists of RBC or erythrocyte, and it has no nucleus and membrane bound cell organelle. Nucleus and membrane bound cell organelles are remain absent in RBC. RBC में न्यूक्लियस और मेम्ब्रेन बाउंड स्ट्रक्चर जो है एब्सेंट होते हैं. जब हम लोग प्रीवियस क्लास में सेल चैप्टर पढ़े होंगे तो वहाँ पे आपको बताया गया होगा दैट mature mammalian, when we ask or discuss about any cell organelle, then we will discuss uh, it is present in all eukaryotic cell except mature mammalian RBC. So in mature mammalian RBC, this nucleus as well as cell organelles absent. At the place of this, the hemoglobin present in RBC. In RBC, hemoglobin present for transport of the substances, and hemoglobin is about 12 to 14 gram per 100 ml. 100 ml of blood, about 12 to 14 gram hemoglobin is present, and hemoglobin is responsible for oxygen transport. And the lifespan of RBC, when we are tell about the lifespan of RBC, it is about 120 days, and after completing 120 days, they becomes destroyed, and the place where they becomes destroyed is the spleen. So spleen is known as graveyard of RBC. RBC का कब्र बोला जाता है स्प्लीन को, क्योंकि वहीं पे जाकर ये डिस्ट्रॉय होता है आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग इज लाइफ स्पान. So this is all about the RBC, and RBC, when lack in our body, there is a problem which is known as anemia. So due to the presence of hemoglobin in RBC, the name of the cell, red blood corpuscles or cells, because hemoglobin is a red colored pigment which impart the red color to the blood. Then about the WBC, so WBC is irregular cell. The shape of WBC is irregular, and it is found in amount about 6,000 to 8,000 per cubic mm of blood. Per cubic mm of blood, 8,000 or 6,000 to 8,000 WBCs are remain present in our blood. And the main function of WBC is to provide immunity. The function of WBC is to provide immunity, and the WBCs are the leukocytes. They are nucleated, means nucleus are absent in their cell, in the cell of WBC. Then about the platelets or thrombocytes. So thrombocytes or platelets are found in about 1.5 to 3.5 lakh per cubic mm of blood. If we observe per cubic mm of blood, then we will find about 1.5 to 3.5 lakhs. Per cubic mm of blood. And these are the cells which are responsible for the leakage of responsible for blood clotting. If due to some pressure the leakage occur in the blood vessels, that leakage is prevented by help of platelet or thrombocyte in our body. Sorry. So for this, for the leakage or the blood clotting, thrombocytes or platelets are responsible, which is the part of our blood cells or formed element. So this is all about the composition of blood, and then we will discuss about the blood vessels.